Hello, my name is Anna Romanenko, and today we are going to do Neurographica exercise that we tried in group of students. Everybody loved it. The exercise is protection from coronavirus. I cannot guarantee that it will protect you, but it will definitely help you to release your worries, your anxiety, and it will help you to express your wishes and hopes. We found it's very helpful and to understand what is our boundaries and who we can help and who we can just inspire. So for the project, we will need some markers. I use Sharpie and I use black color, but you can use any color you want, and some color pencils. So if you need more or different colors, please feel free. I have a lot of colors here, so in case I decide to change my mind. So first we are going to do is to understand who in a physical reach we can help. Like, is it your family? Who is living with you in the same building? You can control or remind to wash their hands or support with healthy food. So, for example, in my family, it's myself, and we just draw a circle for everyone in your family. It's my husband, my children, I have a cat, and I have a parents-in-law that in case if needed, they can move to us. So circles can overlap, so it's okay. We are not, we're all close to each other. So I organize this circle. Circles could be not perfect. Mine are a little bit crooked, and like if you want to be perfect, you can make it a little bit more round, try to make it more round, but it's not really necessary. So second, your community. How big is your community? How many people you can inspire? And the community will have different families, so, or it's single people. So this is your community. And the third level is a global, like how you can be participating on country level or state level or global, like earth level. So I will go earth, and it's okay if the circle does not fit the whole page. So our mind will recognize it as the whole side. And you can start draw circles that will represent group of people that you have the biggest concerns. I live in Seattle area, so we have very big issue with coronavirus right now, and many people already died. So my biggest concern is about seniors or people that have at biggest danger. So when you see just make this to this one. So this is my prayer is about people, seniors, 60 plus, pregnant women with newly born babies. They have quite a danger. So I want to have a special protection for them. All kids we have all schools are closed, at least in our school district. So all kids, all people, everybody who is sick already. So I want a special blessing for them. Interesting. And I have everybody else who is healthy but still be at danger. So I want everybody, men and women, there is no discriminations for virus. So everybody is. I want to ask for special protection for homeless people or people in need who does not have medical insurance. And so I want special protection for them. And if I want to go on global level, I can start adding countries. I was born and raised in Russia, so I have Russia here. So I'm living in US for over 18 years already, so I'm asking for protection for US and North America. So we have Canada as well. And Mexico is as well. It's more central, but still be. And for Europe, we're asking for Europe protection. And you can add even continents. So, and all other countries. And I just make a big circle that will not fit to the picture, but for me, it will represent everybody else who I don't remember, but who needs a protection as well. And you can add circles later when you have something show up in your mind. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite much higher vibrations. I'm a healer, so I practice Reiki and I practice Kalamni. Kalamni is a new method that use light, healing light to heal other people and yourself. So there is a symbol that I want to represent, that I invite those powers. And you can use any symbol that will represent higher vibrations. And because I can channel this energy, so I draw the symbol so that my families will and I will channel this energy to help as many people as possible. And now when I channel this energy, I start draw neural lines to spread this energy and these highest vibrations around the world, around my community, around my country, around my house, my family. So if you draw those lines, just so if you don't have any special energy method that you practice, draw a star, draw infinity symbol, or just a circle that will represent this energy. So it's not necessary be any like, it's just a symbol that you will recognize as higher powers. Okay, so now I think I created enough mess on my picture, and next step I use a different Sharpie, ultra fine point, And you can use colored pencils or just a pencil. And we start rounding all corners because corners represent dangers, challenges. And if you have like, so when I have such small areas, I just find this, draw a circle in the middle and or oval and just color what does not belong to that oval. So let's see. So this, we round those circles, so integration with this energy going on much easier. So I keep my intention of be at peace. And first of all, if I want to help anybody, I have to be at peace. If I will be anxious, I will just poison other people with my anxiety. So I want to be peaceful, resourced, and available for support. So we can all sit in worries and buy stuff that most likely will not protect us. We can create something beautiful and feel united. So I did another drawing that is published. And first of all, it was a surprise for me what the coronavirus represents, specifically for me. Why I am worried about it. Like, because for each person, it will be different. We will face our own fears related to it. So, and those fears are usually created much earlier in our life, like most likely even from our childhood. So now it's perfect time for self-reflection and pay attention what is going on with your body. Do you still breathing? Because the most common thing that we keep we have shallow breathing or we stop breathing at all. So pay attention. And if you need some water, please have some. So circles in Neurographica represents peace and harmony, safety. And when we round all corners, you will have a different impression about your drawing. So yours could be much simpler, but because I'm making it already at least second time or maybe even more. And at the very end, I will show you the picture that we did in a group of adults. And we had such an inspiration about what we can do, what is the most important. Actually, it's very interesting how this virus set up different priorities in life. What is the priority in our life? Like, what is the most important? Is it work that you spend 20 hours a day, or is it your family, your health? Everything has changed. Everything has shifted. And if you have no fears, it actually could be a blessing for you for family quality time. My whole family is safe and sound in our house. I'm very glad that we were able to unite in such chaos. So I rounded already all corners in my family circle. So now I'm going to work on my community. It could be city. And this, for example, this video, I'm doing it to inspire the community to release anxiety. So I'm not powerless. I can impact. And I believe that everything has a vibration. And viruses have very low vibration. So when we have fears or if we have anxiety, those emotions and feelings are very low vibration. So we have much higher uh, chance to catch it. But if you feel strong, if you feel safer, not ignoring, like you still need to wash your hands and do other stuff, but feel confident, feel protected, you will be protected. You will have much less chance to catch anything. Eat your greens, drink a lot of water, and do something about your anxiety. Because anxiety is very poisonous, and this is your art meditation. So if you cannot just sit, close your eyes and meditate, this is the best way. It's the only meditation my husband can do, and he is a software engineer, so it's very hard for him to just sit and do and self-reflect. So when you do some simple action like rounding corners, you are left one-on-one with yourself. And it's very helpful. We all need such time. So, and when we finish our drawing, we will have this picture of our intention, of our emotions. And it will help to understand and remember this emotions. So, and I promise you that it may start with very difficult emotions, very challenging emotions, but it will be changed. It will be transformed by the time we finish, because the picture will look much safer. Right now, all those black lines represents danger. But when we round all corners, the picture will look safer, more peaceful, and it will look much more beautiful. So we're kind of cleaning our mess. We're cleaning our outdated patterns. Like we always were panicking or ignoring something, or we are not aware that like sometimes we look for danger and kind of provoke danger in our life. So this is the best way to release those outdated patterns in our life. So all intersections represents connecting some thoughts in our subconscious mind and in our mind as well. So just in mind. So there is a lot of science behind this method. I'm not a scientist and I'm not good at explaining it, but there will be some miracles that really happens. I have many stories of my own, and I have stories of my students. I teach adults and children, special needs children. So there is a lot of inspirations in my life right now, just using this method. It takes some time, so I'm doing it quite fast, but if you need more time, please pause and finish rounding yours. So I'm not going to do the speed up, so I think it's good. You may start having self-sabotage and thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this stupid stuff. Nothing is going to help. Believe me, it's helping. It's helping, first of all, it's helping you find peace with what is going on around you. And because you're changing your behavior, it will impact people around you, and it will impact people in your community. So, small step at a time. So with one corner, one angle at a time. And if you have too many lines on your drawing and it's just overwhelming, concentrate on one area, who you want to help the most. And I'm actually want to add one more circle for businesses that are suffering right now, small businesses. So it's not like protection they need, but they need support for sure. Because it's very hard to survive for a small business when everybody is afraid to go out. Some of the business starts thriving, but more and more restaurants are closing because of the virus, and there is no guarantee that they will be open in April or May. And people don't have much working hours and still need to pay for rent. So all of them will be. I had to cancel all my classes in person, so but this is what I can do. I can go online and still inspire people. What can you do? How you can inspire your people? Try something new. We have great time for stay home, stay safe, and still be affecting the whole world. I was amazed how fast schools adopted distant education. Like some school districts in our area use Zoom for distant classes, and children just take classes over internet. Of course, it's a different quality of education, but it's better than do nothing. If you work much faster, you can forward the video. And if any of you is interested about receiving my feedback about your drawing, please don't hesitate. You can contact me personally over email or leave a comment in the comments and your picture, and I will reach you, and what if anything need to be adjusted, or if you just have a question. So nothing you can do wrong about Neurographica. This is the beauty. And yesterday I did a class in Teens Club, like new kids, and it was amazing how much you can tell just by looking at picture about those kids, what their strengths, what their powers, and you can see right away who is in danger, who needs help, immediate help. And Neurographica does not substitute a professional help, medical or psychological, but it can identify people, kids, adults who need this professional help right away. And it's like a supplement. It helps you to stay tuned, stay inspired, stay okay. So we are getting close. Just if you have any lines that are not touching the borders of your paper, you can just use a narrow line. And if you don't know what is a narrow line is, I have another video about practicing to do it. And there is some tricks about it. Just take a look at my YouTube channel. Okay, almost done. Again, if you need more time, please make pause and finish it. Try to make every day new video, but cannot promise because now we have everyone in my house. My sons, my husband is working from home. It's challenging to find a quiet time. record. But it's more like bragging than complaining. But yes, and the whole family is home. You may rotate the drawing. I don't, because it's just much easier for me to. But if it's more comfortable for you to rotate, please do. And one more thing that for me, I don't sign which circle represents who, because for me it really doesn't matter to remember them. For me, it's more important that they are here. So I know that like I place them here and they safe in my intention. But if you want everything be at order, you're welcome to make a note, write a symbol or a word that will help you to remember. Our subconscious mind will remember everything. Our mind remembers everything. Even if you cannot name it, but it still be somewhere deep in our subconscious mind saved. And if you finish your drawing and decide that somebody wants to be part of this drawing, group or country, that you can add it later. And just make sure that you round all corners, all intersections. Couple more circles. There's countries that I don't name by names, but see how different is the picture now from what we've started with. I use usually black marker because it's just easier to integrate with anything. But if you feel that you want to be more colorful, you're welcome. The only thing that I would recommend to use one color for all lines, because if you use different lines, different colors, it will be harder to integrate them, harder to make them look united. For me, the biggest worry about this coronavirus is that we separating from each other. So I'm actually really praying to be united. Like disasters usually unite people, but this one, everybody is just afraid to be contagious. So there is a separation. Okay, so this is my circles, my lines. You see how different it looks. And I actually like it already, But now we are going to color it. Now we are going to bring real emotions. Colors usually represent some emotions. And let's see, so I want to use turquoise color, and this is turquoise color represents creativity. So I want a creative solution for what is going on right now. And when we color, we unite several areas, several segments. It could be at least 2, 3 together, and we just color them together. And they will shape unusual, they will create unusual shapes. So they don't have to make any sense to you. Okay, so the only thing I want is creativity. Okay. You're welcome to blend colors, or if you want. So now I want. So this is violet color, and I want which area I want to color. You may leave some areas white. It's you don't have to color everything, but I usually have very colorful pictures. And my personal drawings you can find on my Instagram, on Facebook. If you have any questions. You may color each circle with a different color, but usually I prefer to do just unusual shapes because they create the beauty and uniqueness of this method. Okay, see, I want some yellow is usually represents consciousness, smart people. I want maybe some consciousness awakening during this chaos. There is a reason why it's happened. For some reason, our Earth sustained this virus. I want to do some shadings. You're welcome. Okay, so it's a spring after all. Everything is in Washington State. Everything is blooming now. It's so beautiful outside. It's a shame that nobody did. It's actually people go outside. Life is still going. Okay. Such green usually represents new beginnings. I'm trying to make video as short as possible. So I'm not going to be very detailed about this drawing because sometimes it may take me not even hours but days to finish drawing because it's it's me. Okay, it's live. Okay, I want to do some red. If it's too much red on your drawing, it usually represents anger. But if it's a little bit red, it may represent joy. It may represent happiness as well, like the power that you can. Well, this is a life force, red color. So I still don't want to do it too much. Okay. This wants to be. Okay, a lot of emotions, like this dark blue or violet blue. It's a lot of emotions and they contain. So people really start boiling. This emotions start boiling. Okay, see, I want to release this anger. I don't want it to be contained. I want it to be safely released. So I don't want any revolutions but something need to be. And I believe that this virus is just the last drop. This container, like emotional radio boiling. This is just my trigger. I think so. I want it to be as safe as possible. Okay, so now I want a little bit cooling down. to this anger, what can cool it down. Okay, think very calming. Maybe meditation, maybe something positive. Positive emotions. And I found out that I have angle that I did not round, so I just round. And if you find angles and corners on yours, please just round them. We usually don't see all angles in first try. We can see only about 90%. Okay, and I want more creativity. I want more creative solutions because there is nothing better than art or any other forms of creativity to release your angers, your emotions, your fears. It's really something good can be born with this. If you have any suggestions, like what kind of subject you want to work on, to have a creative solution to express your feelings and emotions, and maybe set up a goal, what you can do, please let me know. We can make it together. Interesting. I'm like, I want more creativity. This is like, and I found one more corner. It's much harder to round when you use already some pencils, but you can do it. Okay, my family is coming back. Okay. I'm not a professional artist, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. And men and women, like several of my students are men. They do it beautifully. They really, okay, I don't. For some reason, why here? Okay, so this one I want some gentleness. Okay, and I want this blue, this contained emotions, like deep emotions. I want it to be gently released. I want somebody very patient to support people who need it. If you need my support, let me know. Okay. Now it feels a little like movement. Okay, so and I want some gentleness here as well. Again, I'm not going to leave any white, but you are welcome to leave some white on your drawings, because and I can do some blue. Let me know if anyone is interested in live video, like I can do some streaming and we can ask questions in a live format. Okay, and this green, it represents spring. It's a color of a fresh leaves that's like could be even ruthless in breaking buds and create new life, be born. Not a gentle way, but okay, something needs to be born. Just very powerful. You see how like I'm usually don't I don't know what to expect when the drawing will be finished, but and it's always interesting how the colors and shapes are forming. So from this one, my cool drawing is about this green color, this ruthless process of giving birth to something new. But it's needed. And you see how many beautiful and gentle energies it's supporting. It's supported by creativity, and I actually want to make some gradient so it looks more blending. We'll do some blending, more interactive. Okay. If you don't want to blend, yours will be completely different. I'm really curious what kind of drawings you will have. You may tag me if you are going to post your pictures, your drawings. I will be very curious about yours. And notice, how do you feel right now? Does it feel more peaceful? Does it feel more powerful? Like, do you feel you have this power to change anything? I want to make this yellow a little bit brighter. A little bit more here. So you see two dynamics. There is a big new beginning and creativity. Creativity always supporting. It makes it stronger, but it makes it more guided. Like there is like a channel, and it has two. It's very powerful. A lot of support here. So if you want to add anything else on yours, please do. And I'm very curious what you have. And if you're welcome to post it. One more step that we need to do, as I told you before, that everything has a vibration. In our universe, our planet Earth has its own vibration. So we want to vibrate our vibration synchronized with the vibration of the universe. So in this case, we will have this synchronicity in everything. We will be at the right time, at the right place, and we will meet the right people. We will have right information, what we are looking for, and it will help us and inspire us to be happier, be safer. So we want to vibrate with the universe together. So I will use the chisel tip Sharpie. You can use a highlighter. So I prefer to do this with black color because I want everything at the end be integrated. But you can do it differently. So now I'm going to do a line, thick line over the whole picture from the, usually from the lower left corner to the right because I want something to grow. And I'm going just follow the line that I have already. See? And okay, and I do another one, and another one. I'm actually want to do. Okay. And if you don't have this line that goes across, you can create new ones. Like you see, I just followed the new ones and I made a new one here. So it looks like it's made it worse, the whole picture, but one more step. We are going to round all corners that were created by this thick line. So if it's corner here, and because we use a very wide marker, the rounding should be quite wide as well. Because if you're going to use just a teeny tiny roundings, it will be noticeable. Again, it's like because we're doing it over colored pencils that have some wax or other ingredients that like really could be challenged to round. So if you use a highlighter, and highlighter if or any other color that is lighter than your other lines, use the lightest color to round those corners, to integrate it. Because remember that when we ask help from the universe, it could be quite forceful. So we want everything be gentle. This is why we're rounding everything. Okay. Let me try to find one. Thing that has corners. Remember that corners represent some challenges, not necessarily danger, but some challenges that we're not ready to face. It's impossible to avoid all challenges in our life. Like we need them. We need to grow and develop to something better, to better people. And so we still need some challenges in our life, but we at least want to be ready for them. If we want to grow, we initiate some changes in our life instead of waiting and when somebody will create changes, force us to change something. Whatever is forced is usually not very pleasant. So if you do it yourself, it will be easier. And one more thing, very important. In Neurographica, the most important is what is going on with you, what's happened during this drawing with you as an artist. The picture is not as important as your inspirations, as your insights, your feelings after the drawing, and what it's gonna be for you. And again, it's this is my drawing, so this is going to be my new beginnings. For yours, it's something new can be created. Maybe you will be spending more time with families and so maybe it will be about relationships. Okay. If you're interested what kind of materials I use Prismacolor for color pencils, and mostly I use Sharpie. Sometimes I use just a uniball pen, black or blue. Like when I travel, I'm really not very picky. I can do art with anything, any materials, with any pen, with any pencils. We usually use pencils to color, but be creative. You can use anything else. Try paint. Don't limit yourself. And I call it art because Malevich said that everything that has an emotional charge is an art. And we have a lot of emotions today to release in this art. So a lot of powerful insights for me today. So the most important that I want unite people. I really afraid that we're getting separated. We cannot travel to Europe anymore. Just was announced. So we want to continue be together. So now you see how it looks different after we rounded it, and it has some kind of guidance and channel. So it has a structure now. It's not just many colors together. So this was my exercise about protection from coronavirus. And one more thing that I want to share with you is a picture of the project that we've done with my students. And three of us used the same. We had different symbols, and this is coronavirus protection on a bigger scale. So you can do the same drawing, but on this is A1 format. So please let me know if you have any questions, if you have any concerns. It was in Romanenko. So see you. Stay well and healthy. Thank you. Bye.